to the other side. Break on through to the other side. That song refuses to leave my head. Deliver Us from Evil. So Deliver Us from Evil is a new horror film that is written and directed by Scott Derrickson, and it stars Eric Bana as a cop who works in the Bronx, along with his partner played by Joel McHale. And the two of them have been assigned to track down this case that has all a bunch of paranormal stuff written all over it, and along the way, Eric Bana teams up with a renegade priest who is played by Edgar Ramirez, and the two of them work together to stop a paranormal force that is haunting this particular family. Deliver Us from Evil is one of my most anticipated movies of the entire year. I love horror movies. I love possession movies. And Scott Derrickson is one of my favorite horror directors working today. I love his touch on creepiness. I love his touch on atmosphere. I love his cinematography and his music. And I was looking forward to this one. I gotta say, while I was underwhelmed by it, come on guys, 31%? Really? It's not that bad. I really like the storyline and everything. The cop drama, Eric Bana and Joel McHale's roles, I really love their chemistry together. They had great back and forth. Joel McHale was a great comedic relief, and I love Joel McHale, especially on The Soup. And I love Eric Bana, even though I didn't love him a lot as Hulk and Ang Lee's the Hulk. But otherwise, he's a great actor. I've loved what he's done. Even though I will admit it was a little cliched, Edgar Ramirez also did a really good job as the renegade priest. Olivia Munn also did not too bad as the wife. She was in and out really the whole time. I mean, I could really care less for her character, really, to be honest with you. Along with the people who played the possessed people. Those guys did really good jobs, by the way. When it comes to horror movies, I want to be scared. Now, did this movie scare me? Not as much as I hoped it would. You know what this movie did really well? It was to creep you the heck out, and oh my god. Scott Derrickson, I will give him so much props for this. His films, all his films do not be scary, but there's an underlying tone of creepiness and disturbingness. He keeps a creepy atmosphere all around the film, even though it's not as scary as I hoped it would be. I'm not saying it wasn't bad. I liked it. I liked the movie, guys. Also, two huge props right here. The cinematographer, I can't remember what his name is, but I'll put his name up right there. Awesome job with the cinematography. I loved how when they filmed some certain shots, it looked like the frame was vibrating. I loved those shots. Along with the soundtrack by Christopher Young. Christopher Young also did the score for Sinister, which still creeps you out to this day. Well, this one didn't creep me out as much as Sinister did, Deliver Us from Evil's score. I'm not gonna lie, there were so many parts during the score where my heart was pounding. The main fault this movie has is that this movie felt way too familiar to other horror movies I had seen. It's very, very familiar to what you've all have seen. Even though it was so familiar, Scott Derrickson, how he executed it was so well. It was like, you know what, we know this is familiar, but the way I'm gonna do it is still gonna creep you out, and it did. It creeped me out a lot. There were still parts where me and my friend were creeped out and disturbed by what we saw on screen. And I have to address something right here. To all the reviewers saying jump scare galore, there's not really a lot of jump scares. There's a few jump scares at the beginning, but they don't overshadow the entire movie. If you want to see a jump scare movie, yeah. To the music, okay. There was once in the movie where, if you're a huge Doors fans, Break On Through to the Other Side starts playing. I get why they put it in the movie for the symbolism. Me and my friend were honest. We were like, really? Don't get me wrong, I love the Doors, I love that song. Break on through to the other side. Seriously, that song has not left my head ever since last night. I love the Doors, they're a great band, but during this one little scene when a certain part of the song came on, it kind of took me out of the moment. I really did enjoy this movie. Overall, guys, Deliver Us from Evil, the movie does feel really, really familiar to other horror films of the past. The way how Scott Derrickson does his execution with that familiarity is very well handled. While this movie is very underwhelming, it does not deserve the 30% it does on Rotten Tomatoes. This is an underrated horror film that's also underwhelming, or vice versa, however you want to put it. So overall, I'm gonna give Deliver Us from Evil a 3 out of 5. It's not disappointing, it's underwhelming, but underrated. So comment and let me know below, have you seen Deliver Us from Evil? What did you think about it? And until the next review, I will see you guys next time.